Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hillary. Thank you for joining me over here on this gloomy day today. But anyways, I'm gonna jump right in. Mark Zuckerberg, it has come out regarding Trump and social media. So let me read through. This is a breaking story. It was just released. So depending on how quick I can get this video up, you will just be hearing about this regardless of, I'm sure it's on the news or Twitter everywhere. But let me read right through this. Okay. Mark Zuckerberg says Trump should be responsible for his words before the disgraceful Capitol siege. All right. I'm just going to read verbatim because most of this is Mark Zuckerberg's direct quotes. So I might be saying things like former president, blah, blah, blah. That's just because that's what he's saying. If it's not something that Mark's saying, I'll change the words because let's be honest, it's President Donald Trump, isn't it? Okay. Zuckerberg and Trump should be responsible for his statements. Sorry, Zuckerberg said Trump should be responsible for his statements before the Capitol riot. In quotes, I believe that the former president should be responsible for his words and that the people who broke the law should be responsible for their actions, he testified to Congress. Zuckerberg's statements came at a hearing about the spread of misinformation and extremism online. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said Thursday, today, that former President Donald Trump should be responsible for statements he made preceding the deadly Capitol insurrection on January 6th. Zuckerberg joined Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai to testify before the House Energy and Commerce Committee about the role tech platforms play in the spread of misinformation and extremism. The issue has been under the spotlight since the Capitol riot and comes as lawmakers re-examine the way the government fights domestic terrorism and white supremacy. We did our part to secure integrity of election, and then on January 6th, President Trump gave a speech rejecting the results and calling on people to fight, Zuckerberg said. The attack on the Capitol was an outrage, and I want to express my sympathy to all the members, staff, and Capitol workers who had to live through this disgraceful moment in our history. And I want to express my gratitude to the Capitol Police who were on the front lines in defense of our democracy. He added, I believe that the former president should be responsible for his words and that the people who broke the law should be responsible for their actions. The House of Representatives impeached Trump days before he left office for incitement of insurrection, the most bipartisan impeachment vote in U.S. history. Yes, we are all aware. But the then Republican-controlled Senate acquitted him. The Justice Department has also brought charges against nearly 400 people related to the failed insurrection. Zuckerberg testified today that Facebook worked with law enforcement to identify and address these threats before January 6 and provided extensive support in identifying insurrectionists and removing posts supporting violence during and after the attack. We didn't catch everything, but we made our services inhospitable to those who might do harm, Mark Zuckerberg said. And when we feared that he would incite further violence, we suspended the former president's accounts. Of course you did. Zuckerberg went on to say, however, that he doesn't believe tech companies alone can fix the divisions in the country and that polarizations was arising in America long before social networks were even invented, obviously, and it's fallen or stable in many other countries where social networks are popular. The Facebook CEO then laid the blame for divisions in the US at the feet of a political and media environment that drives Americans apart. Yeah, I agree with that little last phrase for some of that. Of course, social media does play a big part in that because it's everyone's opinions. So, any way that people can get their voice heard it's going to drive a wedge between people just because people have opposing opinions. So it's really us, right? It's not us, you know, as left versus right or whatever, but it's the human, it's people, because we, don't take this the wrong way, anyone, but it's being closed-minded, right? It's not being able to have a debate with anybody, or listening and continuing to love that person despite what they think or what they believe is correct. Anyway, that's a whole other topic, isn't it? But yeah, that's Mark Zuckerberg on President Donald Trump and kicking him out of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Did he have an Instagram? Basically all those social medias that Trump had millions and millions of followers on. So thank you, everyone. I look forward to speaking to you guys all soon. Thanks for your support. Have a great day.